Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is TJ.RC UK. Today I just received the X5UW from Banggood.com for a review. What's new about it? It's a whole new design. You've got the camera design has changed, the shell has changed, the power button is now on top, the landing gear is on each arm of the quadcopter to allow for this modular design camera, which fits on, then locks into position by twisting it. You've got FPV, it's Wi-Fi, so the range will be more limited than your 5.8 GHz, but that's the same for any quadcopter. So you've got your 360 degree flips, 6-axis gyro. You've got a flight plan mode, which is using the phone to squiggle with your finger, and then it carries out to that route what you've actually used with your finger. You've got barometer in this, so it can hold its altitude. Let's have a look at the box. So you've got your redesigned controller. It's a very nice looking controller. The box is clearly marked out and what the controller functions do in the app, the Syma app. So you've got 4 ways of controlling this. You've actually got the controller itself and another 3 options using your phone with the app. So after you've installed the app, you can use the on-screen display. So you've got your sticks on screen and controller as you normally would with your controller. You've got your motion detection, so using your accelerometer on your phone. So tilting will go forward, backward, come backwards, then side to side. I guess you would be spinning it horizontally. I'm not sure. And the third option is the flight plan, which is, I believe you've got throttle and yaw control, and you just scribble with your finger on the screen and it will carry out that movement. You've got different scales. You've got I believe you've got a half scale, 1:1 and 1:2 scale. So yeah, you've got a X5UW 720p Wi-Fi camera. Let's check it out. Let's see what we've got in the box. That's how it looks in the box. Got a spare set of propellers there. That's the controller. You've got a new style controller. As you can see, it's very clean. There's no buttons there, apart from your on-off button and your shoulder buttons here. So the trim now, there's no longer on separate buttons. Just press it in and then you adjust it. I'm not sure if you press it again, and then to reset the trim you press that down and you hold the power button. So let's have a look on the actual box. The box is actually showing you the control functions. That's what I like about the box. Actually, it's like a manual, so everything's on there. So this would be your video button, the front button, shoulder button, and the back button is your photo button. On the other side, it's 1 key press to take off, 1 key press to land, and a short press for flips, or a long press, and then your stick movement to go in the direction you want to flip in. So there's your controller. Got this cover here, which is just so you can put the crocodile clip holder on for your phone. So the controller is totally restyled from the Syma X5C1. I believe the right stick, if you push that in, going by the box, that adjusts speed. So it's only got 2 speeds, low and high. So 1 for low, 2 for high. If you keep it pressed in, that's headless mode with this controller. You've got a charging station coming out, I would imagine, shortly, for 3 batteries. The batteries are specifically designed for this quadcopter, so they're not interchangeable. Let's have a look at the quadcopter itself. So you've got your metallic red paint job there, like a chrome circle design there. So there you go, there's the underneath. So then you put your cable to your camera in and just lock it in position. There's an arrow there. So once you've got that camera in lined up, you just turn it around, it should click into place. The camera obviously is taking up a lot of space underneath because of the design. So the landing gear has changed. You can see the legs are on each arm. I like the idea of that because it's going to be more stable when it lands. So it's your battery. So it's now changed from the Syma X5C1. You've got a different plug connector there. So you will have to buy this battery, or I believe there's another version of this, one cell, where you have got the connector. So you could literally just plug it in. You've just got to make up the space with some foam to keep the battery in place. But I guess it doesn't finish it off so nice as having the actual cover in, you know, the actual cover for the actual shell. It finishes it off. So, and you've got your propellers already set up, ready to go. What I do like about this now is you've got the covers on the gears. So the motor gear and the propeller gear now has a cover on there, so that will keep the dirt out and grass. Sometimes you do land in grass, and being brushed motors, they can burn out fast if they get dirt in them or grass, very quickly indeed. So that's a good idea. What else have we got in the bag? You've got your prop protectors, screwdriver, you've got your micro SD USB adapter, you've got your USB charger for that battery, you've got your crocodile clip for your phone, to hold your phone. So once this is slid into place and you've got your app downloaded, you can scan the box. If you look at the box, you scan the one for yours, which is either iOS or Android. There's two. And then you just put your phone into the actual crocodile clip holder, and then you have it. You've got your Wi-Fi FPV. As I said, you know, you've got to expect with Wi-Fi FPV that you are going to get a little bit of lag on the video, and the range is going to decrease as with any quadcopter. But for a beginner, this is a great FPV quadcopter to actually start with. They're so strong, the Syma brand. They're very robust. They're easy to get spares for. I found that when I started out with the Syma X5C1, and it was rock solid. I expected to change tons of motors on it, and I must have had about 100 flights out of it. I had two of them which I bought, but I didn't really use the other one. The first one was so reliable. So there you go. It's a great quadcopter to buy, to learn with. There's the actual camera. It's a 720p. Don't know if it's 2 megapixel. So you've got a card in there already. So you've got a card in there. It's a 4GB card. The great thing of having a card actually in the camera is you get higher quality video. If you're using the phone to record, obviously you've got to allow a decrease in video quality because of transmission and, you know, overall lower quality to give you the speed to stream it. Yeah, there's the camera itself. So you just plug that into there and just lock it into position. What's that, 4-pin or? Let's have a look. Yeah, you can see the pin connectors there. Let's have a look, get some light on that. So there we have it, that's what you've got in the box. So the next video what I'm going to do is explain the app functions, but I'm going to talk through them first. So like I was saying, not only can you control it with your controller, you've actually got your phone app, and the phone app allows you to actually use sticks. So you've on-screen display with the sticks, you've got your motion sensor, so your accelerometer on your phone, you can use it with that. You've also got that flight plan mode where you just scribble. I believe you've got control over throttle and yaw still with this. So what I'm going to do is do a video and show you the app, so that'll be following this, and then after that we'll do a flight. So I'll see you in a bit on the next video. Back, so I'm going to take a look at the Syma Go app. So first of all you need to switch on the quadcopter, hold down the power button until the lights start flashing, switch on your controller up and down on the throttle, the lights flash slowly, then they go solid. And you've got to go into the actual phone, go into settings. It should bring up the camera from the quadcopter. So there we have it, just focus in. You click on or tap on FPV Wi-Fi 6878, come out of that, go to the app, click on start. The camera takes a little while to come up sometimes. Here we go. So if you click on this icon here, it brings up the bottom menu. That's to turn off the stick control if you're using the app. So you can just fly using the controller and the camera view is there. This is horizontal mode adjustment. This one is low and high speeds. There's your folder for the memory for your phone. So if you're recording to your phone, you've got pictures and video. You can also select them and add them to an album. You can delete them from here as well. You can watch the video. So use pictures and video from your phone. And you've got the actual micro SD of the actual camera here. Same thing, you've got your pictures, folder for your pictures. You can view them, delete them here, so no need to keep taking the card out. You can watch your video once you've recorded it, so that's pretty good. Over here, this is control using the phone, so accelerometer control. So if you put your menu, your on-screen display back up, as you can see, as you tilt your phone, you've got movement over right and left, forwards, backwards. Then you can use the stick for throttle and yaw here. To get rid of that display again, just tap that icon. There's your headless mode there. This is your flight plan. So with flight plan you have control over throttle and yaw still, and you can set the scale up 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. So 1 to 1 is actually small movements. So once you've done your movements, the quadcopter should carry out that path. It's not going to be exact because it's not GPS, but from what I've seen it works. So back out. On the screen itself you can trim, so you've got your forwards and backwards trim, your right and left, you've got your automatic takeoff, automatic landing, your right and left yaw. You can take pictures from using the phone, which also uses the card on the quadcopter. You've got video using the app, which also records on the actual card of the actual quadcopter. And that's basically it, so you can just come back. That's the app itself. I'm out here with a Syma X5UW just to test it. Switch that on first. The lights will be flashing. Switch the controller on. Up, down. The lights go solid. To get to the Wi-Fi camera, to go into settings. should pick this up. So it's connected to the quadcopter FPV Wi-Fi there. Come out, go into the Syma, go up, press start. It does take a little while for the camera view to come through sometimes. I'm just going to show you how to calibrate the gyroscope to begin with. So it's down and right. To calibrate the compass, it's down and left. Okay, just going to show you a few ways to start this and stop it. So to start the motors on idle, it's down and in. To stop them, it's down and in again, or you can go up and then hold it down like this. So I'm going to start off by just doing an automatic takeoff. I'm going to go straight into high rate, because there is a bit of a wind today, and we'll do a flip. So there's a flip. Bring it down. Let's take a look at the yaw in high rate. So that's the yaw in high rate. That's the yaw in low rate. I'm going to go back to high rate. I'm going to start some video recording. The altitude hold seems to be okay. It is climbing. It seems to be climbing on its own a little bit. It's not too bad. See how much jello is in the recording. Seem to hold the height okay. No major fluctuation on the height. Just going to bring it back down. Okay, let's see about auto landing. So it's the right shoulder button front for auto landing. See how well it does. So it does shut off after it's done an auto landing. Okay, I'm actually going to stop the camera from recording now. And let's try using the app. So you hit this icon here to bring up the bottom menu. I'm going to try the accelerometer. Is that off? Doesn't seem to want to take off. Okay. I'm going to go back to the actual controller again. Let's try headless mode. Headless mode is holding in the right stick. So this is headless mode. Headless mode seems to work okay. Okay, so let's try a couple of pictures. Couple of pictures there. So the Wi-Fi range is not bad. It is dropping out now and again, but expect that with Wi-Fi. Start the recording again. So there is a little bit of a delay when you throttle down, just a slight delay. It's not super fast in high rate, so I wouldn't recommend flying this in a strong wind. Just going to fly it around, show you the camera. Just let it drift with the wind, with a slight breeze, see what the camera's like, see if there's any real jello. I have put a bit of foam in between the camera and the shell. It does seem to drop slightly, the altitude hold. Just stop the camera recording by hitting the icon there and bring it back. Okay, the lights are flashing still, so it must be LVC. I don't know how long it lasts in LVC, but I'll fly it around. You can see it's not an aggressive pitch in high rate. It's quite docile still. It's now starting to lose power, I think. There you go. So that's the actual flight time. so it did fly okay. I couldn't get the app to work over here, but I can try that again at a later date. But that's the actual flight of the Syma X5UW. Things I do like about it is the on and off switch. Being on top, easy to access. The FPV was okay. It did freeze a couple of times. So let's see what the footage is like from the camera, and what I'll do on the next video, if I do one, is for this working with the app. It'll probably be an indoor flight just to see how it works. I might bring it out again and do the flight plan through the app as well. So this is TJ.RC UK, and I'll see you on the next video.